Only a few privileged passengers were allowed to travel in this stately convertible, the ZIS-110 from Russia. James Bond still didn't have a license to kill when this representative Russian vehicle, called ZIS-110, rolled off the production line in 1949. In the 40s and 50s, an American Packard piracy copy transformed itself into the most popular means of transport for the Soviet political elite. Nomen et omen, because Comrade Joseph Stalin was one of the owners of this topless car. The ZIS-110 belongs to the fleet of his parade vehicles. 1933, and the state gentlemen of the Moscow rebaptized the ammo truck plant as Zavod imeni Stalin. And shortly after, the owners began the plan to manufacture cars. The first car came off the production line in 1936. And in 1942, the American car brand Packard comes into play. As part of the war help, the future state enemy shipped production facilities of the Dusty Packard 180 series to Russia. And based on the US model, 3 nearly identical offshoots result: the sedan, the open parade vehicle, and the ambulance. The workers probably made around 200 ZIS state carriages for party bosses in the Soviet Union and its vassal states from 1945 to 59. Stalin had several types, like this rarity, which later emigrated to Finland. In parades, it's rumored that dictator Stalin always used 3 such ZIS-110 convertibles, 2 of them manned by lookalikes to confuse potential assassins. This specimen has a special history. I suspect this vehicle, although a 1950 model, was presented to Stalin as a gift on his 70th birthday, on 21 December 1949. 2 official bodies in Russia today have clearly confirmed to us that this car really comes from Stalin's fleet. Whether he ever used it in parades, we do not know. Supposedly, he had several parade cars, including sedans, as well as many other vehicles for official purposes and appearances. The 6.1-liter inline 8-cylinder engine produces a modest 140 horsepower, always enough for parades and the crowd of cheering socialists. And one thing is certain, this vehicle has only had a few drivers. The speedometer registered just a mere 1,200 kilometers within half a century. Nothing previously needed restoring on the Soviet convertible. Paint and chrome were absolutely original. Every detail made in the USSR from the US model. Large diameter wheels and tires for Russia's poor roads. Leather, wood, and then ultra-light modern bakelite in the interior. A steering wheel gear change, then the last cry from America. The speedometer needle makes it up to 140, and Radio Moscow comes on medium wave. In short, luxury tailor-made for the former figurehead of the totalitarian dictatorate. Stalin's car phone, a model from the early years, is still on board. And under the hood is a stock response side valve controlled 8-cylinder, big block dimensions according to the best Yankee tradition. And at a time when an average Russian citizen didn't even dare to dream of owning a car. So many thirsty horses want to be watered often and well. And for 100 kilometers, the car consumes 25 to 35 liters. On the straight, Stalin's pride rolled as if on rails. Curves needed to be pre-planned and controlled and considered very carefully. A more than 15-meter turning circle is not to be underestimated.
Tämä auto annettiin sitten, kun Stalin kuoli, niin
After Stalin's death, this car was made available for Marshal Malinovsky. And he used it for representational purposes. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, the car landed in Estonia. How and why, we don't know. Anyway, a Finn bought it and brought it here legally. The late 50s and dictator Stalin is history, and the already long outdated ZIS-110 is decommissioned. The sequel called ZIL-111 is ready, and also this car is built like a Packard model. Curiously, an English language brochure is created for the Russian state limousine. The ZIS-110 is only built 200 times, just stood in line loyally, available for party hacks in a country where there were to be no more kings and czars.